Good morning. Hello. Good morning, everybody. Am I live? Is it working? Hello? Oh, I think we're good. Let everybody trickle on in. Hey, got your coffees ready. Cheers. Made another 3 ounces. Already had 5. We are juiced right now. We have a fun stream today, guys. I'm looking forward to it. What's up, everybody? Let me lay out kind of what we're doing here. I mean, it's not going to be much different than usual, but we have a couple additions, all right? Couple additions. We're going to be doing our normal chat, seeing what's going on in the chat, seeing what's going on in the market, obviously giving thoughts. This is a Pokemon market chat. We're going to be featuring a local game store that has sponsored this stream. They were kind enough to be doing a giveaway for this stream only. Only today, only in here. We're going to run it towards the end. We'll probably go live for hour and a half, somewhere in that range. Mega Evolution MEO1 bundle. All right. Now, just to note one thing. Join the Discord. And then so here's what I'll do. I'm still, there's probably a better method, but we're just going to, just bear with me, all right? Because I'm an idiot. I'm going to require you to be in the Discord. It's free. Link is down below. I'm going to run the good old-fashioned guess a number via random number generator, and we're going to do it right here in the chat on the chat panel. So we'll do it that way, the good old-fashioned way. Just join the Discord. Oh, you can't join the Discord. Mimes, we'll work it out. We'll figure it out. If you win, we'll figure it out. But you don't need to join the Discord to join this giveaway. But it's just easier because if you do win, then I can just like reach out to you because I don't have Insta or anything like that. I'll do the number game in the chat just to be very clear. All right. That's that. So very excited. Also, once we kind of do some talking, go through the market chat, drink some coffee. I'm going to be doing some live portfolio reviews towards the end. We've had a lot. This is like a new thing that's kind of going crazy for this channel is people really wanting opinions on their portfolios. We make videos on them. I'm probably going to do it either monthly or bi-weekly. Let me know what y'all think, how like frequently I should do that. But people seem to really enjoy it. I'm going to mix in a few, maybe like 3 on every live stream towards the end just to like get to some other ones as well. And plus, I think it'd be fun to like go through the thought process with you guys live. So that's kind of everything we got going on. All right. I'm excited about the sponsor for today's stream, local game store. We've already had a lot of people in the Discord, if you haven't seen, buying out some boxes. So Ready Mark, if you're watching, one of them was me, but pretty much everybody else, we've pretty much cleared out your Sword and Shield boxes, which is fun. Really good prices. So let me say hi to everybody. Ooh, my ears are popping. Daniel, Nintendo stock way down and falling. Is it because of the chips and RAM? You know what sucks? Where I've been playing Arc Raiders, I'm having memory loss, memory leak on my RAM. So I'll probably try to clean it out, but I probably need to replace them. My computer's getting up there in age. I built it in 2020. Pretty rough time for to be, focused on that with data centers and all that. Danny, Big Chuck. That's right. We all know me as Big Chuck. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Pokidoo, what's up, man? Good morning. I'll probably get to your portfolio. I think you submitted one, if I remember. Buy My Chickens. What's up, brother? Good to see you. Unified. I already kind of said hi, but it's always good to have you here, man. I don't know the Discord. I don't know the answer. We got to figure that out. No UFC for 6 weeks. We got to talk Pokemon. Danny, this is true. Unfortunately, I think my most toxic trait is that I love the UFC. Or is it the fact that I invest in Pokemon cards? It's one of those two. Yeah, probably one of those two. But yeah, no, we're in that time of year where we're entering the Paramount cards. That's kind of exciting. Daniel, what's up, man? Good to see you. We have a lot of Dans, a lot of Daniels in here. That's the third Daniel in like 7 chats. Alejandro, good to see you, man. Bennett Fitness Studio, morning from Canada. My guy. I hope you're doing well, dude. Thanks for being here. Appreciate the support. Pokey Bonks. I like the name. What's up? Me and my wife got a new Breville espresso machine. Absolutely loving it. I'll tell you what, man. The only reason I'm excited to get up in the morning is because of my coffee machine. Every day I have something amazing to look forward to. The first thing I get up in the morning. And then also underrated, but I've kind of trademarked this term, 3 p.m. coffee. If you know, you know. Get your 5 ounces or whatever in the morning. Hit a 4 ouncer at 3 p.m. and you're cruising till like 10. And then head hits the pillow, sleep like a baby without fail. It's the best. I could turn this into a coffee stream. This is what I like talking about. This is what I'm passionate about. Yes. Hello, Matt. Good to see you, man. Yep. Giveaway. All right. If you need to hear the rules, it's going to be pretty, I'll walk us through it. It's not a big deal, but yep. MEO1 giveaway right here. Not 151. All right. Hey, that's mine. You stay away from that, you little scrafties. MEO1. This stream only. DC, good to see you, man. Always happy to see you. Unified, we'll figure it out. Maybe not. I don't know. Bear with us here. Double entendre, perhaps. Supa, glad you're here, man. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing very well, all things considered. I know had some stuff going on. I hope you're doing all right, man. Why can't you just... Yeah, we'll do it. We're going to do it in the chat. Don't worry. I'm a little behind. People just want their ego stroked. Facts. Let's just say in college, I learned to disconnect from my ego. That's all I'm going to say. Chuck the Legend. Bro, you're the legend. What's up, Pokey Chef? Hope you're doing well. Arc Raiders is so good. I'm I maxed pretty much the game like a month ago. I like no-lifed it all of November. And I'm ready for the expedition, man. I'm sitting here waiting. Although I only have enough money for 1 skill point. For those who don't know, I'm sorry. But there are some things I disagree with in the game, but overall it's pretty fun. I like it a lot. Can we all thank Anthony Joshua? Honestly, maybe a hot take. Jake Paul, is he a marketing? I mean, he's a marketing genius, right? He's a marketing genius. Bro made like 100 mil. We're laughing at him. He has 100 mil. And he lasted 6 rounds with like an Olympic boxer, like a top 5 heavyweight. I don't know. I don't see him like, yeah, he got his jaw wrecked at the end, but like, and he fought, he was like doing like attempting single legs and double legs every round. But I feel like Jake Paul won, dude. It's crazy. What's up, Zaros? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Fellow mod in the Discord. Very active. What a guy. Writing this 2060 Super that needed a, yeah, I have a 2070 non-Super. So we're getting there, man. Probably by the end of this decade, I'm probably going to go the pre-built route. I'm probably going to find a good deal on a pre-built PC because in 2025, you can do that. Get a really good deal on a pre-built and be very happy. And I think I'd rather do that. Where do we submit profiles? You can submit your profiles in my Discord. I have a chatting tab. It's called Portfolio Review Submissions. Just throw it in there. Obviously, we prefer shiny, but I'm not going to force anybody to, do that. So if you have collector, that's fine. Don't worry about it. I bought a Paleo Evolved booster box for 360. What are your thoughts? Pretty good. I think it'll go up. I've been saying it in recent videos. What's up, Chuck? Let's get it. Pack. Good to see you, man. Welcome back. You're the GOAT, bro. I did not know Chuck is a UFC fan. Yes. You couldn't tell by looking at me. You couldn't tell. I'm not like a tough looking guy or something. Huh? Not like a tough looking guy? Come on now, man. You know I spent 4 years in Dagestan, right? Clearly. The Upchuck Thievin is real. I don't know what this means, but I like you, man. Thanks for being here. Because I have a question when you see my portfolio. Okay, I'll get Pokey I got you, man. Don't worry. I got you, brother. I worked in a craft coffee warehouse for a couple of years. Down to talk coffee. Yes. I need to be careful because we'll turn this into a coffee stream real quick. Dude, I don't know about you guys. I love streaming on a Sunday morning. It just feels right. Everybody's in the afternoons and nights and dude, I feel like it's a good squat that turns out in the morning. And I get the EU boys. Shout out to my EU, UK boys. My lads out there. Need to pump those numbers up. Start the day off with 300 milligrams. Dude, you're insane. This is the secret is I love drinking coffee. But if I go to a coffee shop, if they have half calf, I'm getting half calf. So I'm actually quite sensitive to caffeine. It's a fine line. What's up, Kyle? Good to see you. Mega Scrafties unite. Bro, the Mega Scrafties, my army's dwindling. My Mega Scrafty army is dwindling. They're getting weaker by the day. I'm hearing less and less from them as time goes on. It's a shame. In fact, one of my commander of the 1st Division, Scrafty, he doesn't have any modern right now, it seems. He's dabbling in vintage cards. He's buying vintage lots. Can you believe it? Mid-era. He's buying mid-era vintage cards, which is honestly brings a tear to my eye. The Mega Scrafties they're growing up, man. It's crazy. Gotta have ego death at one point in your life. Honestly, I agree. Life is good, turning a negative into a positive, making some prime rib on the Traeger for the local homeless shelter. Super Thinka. That is so cool, dude. This guy, by the way, chat, he's been in the community pretty much since day one. He is the absolute man. He sold me a Destin box. Super cool dude. He vends a lot out in California. I don't know if I am even able to promote him, but I would if I could. Making prime rib on the Traeger. That is so cool, dude. Really cool. Really, really cool. What's up, Bondiggle? You're the man, dude. Hey. Cheers, brother. Uh-oh. DJ's in the chat. DJ, what's up, dude? DJ, you got mentioned in a Nostalgianomics video. I don't know if you knew that. I don't know if you heard about that. I watched the interview with Anon. That was great. That was great, dude. Dude, you're crushing it, man. What a positive, fun influence in the pokey investing, pokey business tuber space. Really awesome to see. Really awesome to see, dude. I hope you're doing well this morning. Would anyone else in the chat risk breaking their jaw in 2 different places for 100 million? I gotta be honest. There aren't a lot of things I wouldn't do for 100 million. I'm just gonna leave it there. All right. I'm just gonna leave it there. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't know about you. 100 million. $100 million. I'm buying out all Chilling Reign boxes. I will be the king. If you need Chilling Reign, you'd have to come through me. I will be King Kabuto. Wouldn't wish that on anybody. I'm sure it's horrible. I'm sure your jaw is never the same after that. Pokebox, nope. Gonna upgrade to a 40 or 50 series GPU. I don't even know what that means, honestly. I've been so out of the loop. But I'm definitely gonna upgrade to something eventually. I'm selling my Unified and Unbroken Bonds booster box. Hey, Daniel, message me in Discord, brother. Hey, you need help selling those? Open arms. I got you. Best I can do is 50%, though. No, I'm just kidding. Message me. Actually, I'm interested. Okay, now the coffee's really starting to hit me, boys. I think we've passed the line. Advent calendar, super fun to open with my kids. Had a few small hits, a few collectibles. I need to look into this. There's like a Pokemon advent calendar. Can I Google this? Sorry, every time I type, it's super loud. Oh yeah, the 2025 calendar. Am I dumb? Is it like an actual advent calendar in there? Or I thought it was just like a bunch of stuff stuffed in there with some packs and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Is there like a 12 days deal in there? Because that would be pretty cool. But I guess we are well past the 12-day mark, aren't we? I should have done something like that. That would have been fun. If you were a $100 millionaire, $100 millionaire, do you think you'd feel differently? Oh, yeah, about the jaw. Yeah, true. What Sword and Shield boost box should I buy? I have 12 Evo, so I'm good on them. Probably another Evo. Yeah, probably another Evo Skies. You grew up wrestling bears with Khabib? Yes. Yes, I did. This is true. Everybody knows this. This is one of my one of the things everybody knows. I thought about a pre-build. I already have a 6800 XT 12G build. I don't even know. So I will do that. I don't know what that means, but pre-builds, man. Threw my profile in there. I saw that, Chef. I'll get to you as well, my friend. I promise we'll be talking about the market soon, all right? We'll be doing that. What monitor are you using? I probably need to upgrade that. I need to get a second monitor that's actually my second monitor is an old TV, an old Vizio TV from college, and actually before college. And then my monitor is like, what is it? I don't even know what it is. XG monitor or something. It's not bad, but it's not amazing. Maybe on the next bull run, I'll sell like an Evo box and just like ball out. I'm sure I won't regret that. When are we getting a coffee bean Pokemon? Is there not a coffee Pokemon? I guess there's not. I'm sure in the next generation we'll have a Pokemon that's in the shape of a latte. That's probably going to happen at this rate. Or Rotom will turn into a... Can Rotom turn into a coffee machine? Is that true? What do we have? Roomba, microwave, washing machine, lawnmower. Oh, wait. Roomba's just one I made up. But you believed it. Surely espresso machine is on the docket. 8 a.m. for me. I got to leave for work soon, but we'll listen. Dude, shout out. Cuban coffee is king. I bet it's diesel fuel and delicious. Eating my croissant and coffee, listening to you yap, it's peak, dude. That's so crazy that people say that. I appreciate it. 6-week liquid diet, opiate withdrawals sucked, followed by 2 years of swell. God, that sounds awful, man. All right, yeah. I would still do it for 100 mil, but that sounds terrible. Where do Wise go check out silver before it explodes? Well, we'll get into some booster boxes here shortly. I have some thoughts on Sword and Shield. I think Sword and Shield's making a move. We're primed to make a move. You taught the Mega Scrafties too much? Yes. Lost and Brilliant plays 5 to 8 years easily. 100 mil, I'd own 95% of battle styles. Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, hope you feel better. I hope your jaw is much better now. Celebrations boxes to play. Yeah, I think they'll keep moving. Although I'm not gonna lie, ETBs I'm not like really going out of my way for unless it's for a really good price. Storage is my number one concern at the moment. That and sourcing minty boxes. Excuse me. Heading out to Collecticon LA. We'll have you on in the background. Shout out, bro. Please don't. Please don't. I've heard LA traffic's crazy. Don't get in a wreck at my expense. All right. What's up? J Soul. Good to. Hey, this guy. You're the guy who was making fun of me in Team Rocket Joey's chat the other night. I remember every name that I come across. I have not forgotten. You're on thin ice, buddy. You're on real thin ice. All right. Feel like you live in Houston. I don't know why. You're not far off. Not far off. Charizard UPC at 390 seems undervalued. Yeah, this will be $1,000 probably in the next 5 years. 100%. I guarantee it. No, I'm just kidding. Actual pull tabs, 25 days. That's sick. I should have looked into that a bit more. All right, we're almost caught up. Jason, good to see you, man. Thank you for being here. 100 mil at 50K Evos BB. That would make a dent. It would make a dent. They would make a big old dent. Some people want a mansion when they win the lottery. Chuck wants to become Shooling Rain Mountain. Yes. Here's the thing, man. The older you get, the more you realize that, like, stuff matters less and less. It's something that I'm battling with. A lot of the things I do are centered around making money. All right? There's a lot more to life than money. I'll tell you that. Now, it's important. And it can open up a lot of doors for you. But, hey, keep that in mind. Actually, I think 100 million, while it would be amazing, it would probably be a rough transition mentally. Think about how much of your life is centered around making money, your job, maybe some hobbies you have, maybe a business you have. Now you have 100 mil. It's like, what is the point of anything in this society that we live in this capitalist world? Now you have everything. Who are you? All right. Not to get all existential, but it's like, I think it would be tough. I think it would be tough. It'd be a good problem to have, but it would be tough. That's my opinion. New monitor won't appreciate as much as a chilling boost box. That's so true. You're right. I'm running this computer in the ground just because you said that. Rotom can turn into a trash can, or should. It's coming soon. Don't worry, bro. Ballerina Cappuccina. Yep. 410 ETBs prismatic. Should I buy more? Are you serious? 410 prismatic ETBs. Should I buy? Probably. I mean, shoot. I mean, they're still going to be releasing it at Costco's. You're the guy with 100 Costco memberships, right? It's got to be the case. Almost raised to silver. We're not talking about silver, bro. I can't talk about silver. Money is cool, but it ain't it. Pretty much. A year turnaround at PSA. Yeah. Real talk for sure. What would be the Sword and Shield boost box you would recommend to get? Like first choice, no doubt. First choice, no doubt, is Evo, then Fusion, then Lost, then Brilliant, then I think I'd rather have Chilling over Silver, but they're like neck and neck. Take your pick. Whatever. But those are the rankings that I would put them in. I actually just bought a Brilliant box. I actually don't own any Brilliant booster boxes, so this is my first one. And I think now would be a good time to get into our sponsor for today's video, my friends. Our sponsor, yes. Let me pull them up. God, I'm so underprepared. Remember, this is who's sponsoring the bundle giveaway today. Very exciting. All right, let's pull them up. Here they are. Ready Mark Cards. They are a game store, a real brick and mortar store based out of Nashville. Lovely people. All right. Family owned. Right. Tight ship. Very, very great people. They are sponsoring the stream. They sent me some goodies to send to you guys. And they wanted me to talk about the deals that they have. And I have to say, I've been using them for a few weeks. It's been pretty phenomenal. I just bought a Brilliant box for $475, and it's minty. It's very minty. And a lot of people in my Discord are taking advantage of this. They're buying some Sword and Shield boxes here. The key thing to note is that there is a 24-hour early access section. So, and this is refreshed like every day. And so it's actually really fun to check. I check it all the time. And the Buyers Club, it's $24 a month. So if you spend $240 a month on Pokemon, which I know a lot of you do, it basically pays for itself. However, they are giving you the first month for $1. The first month for $1, 10% off is what you get, and 24-hour early access to the entire store. Singles, sealed. They have an on sale tab. Here's all the sealed products. We completely wiped them out on booster boxes. I know this is where a lot of us live. They had a brilliant, with the 10% discount, it was like $460. A Battle Styles just sold. I know somebody bought the chilling box. With the 10% discount, the chilling box was $405. $405. And taxes included. All right. So you pay like $5 shipping, you get a box for like pretty cheap. Which is pretty cool. And that goes for a lot of their sealed. They had Paldean Fates collection boxes like $108. So honestly, prices are pretty phenomenal. Of course, you can filter by what's in stock, what's out of stock. Their singles refresh all the time. Of course, they're card stores, so they're getting inventory very frequently. Let's go to the on sale tab. You know, you got some sealed here, got all different types of cards. Everybody's favorite shrouded card, the Earthen Vessel, of course. Here's a PSA 9 Latias for $112. Pretty good price. That's under market. So a lot of their stuff is under market. They also have different supplies. They have graded, they have singles. Let's view all their singles. I'm going to filter by near mint. Very nice. And all of their near mint cards are here. Actually, they just loaded. I don't know if you guys know this. I've been wanting to collect. I think there's 22 gold stadium trainers. I want to get all of them. And they just posted like 5 of them. Here's Magma Basin, Collapse Stadium, Stormy Mountains. So these are different every day, which is really, really cool. Very good prices, very great people. And honestly, some of the best sealed prices I've ever seen in this space as of right now. And I actually called them because they don't have pictures listed for the boxes. They sent me pictures. My box was really minty. I immediately bought it. They responded within the hour. I'll show you my box that I got. Here it is. Oh, there it is. Very, very nice. Very nice stuff. This is pretty much as minty as it gets on the front. So shout out to Ready Mark Cards. By the way, they are giving away their first month for $1 in the Buyers Club. Again, 10% off store-wide, 24-hour early access. Pretty phenomenal deal. Not to mention, this bundle, they're giving it away today, this stream, towards the end. Free from them to you. So make sure you go support them. We're already clearing out all of their Sword and Shield boxes. There's a Fusion box that's listed for $810, and I am very intrigued by that, quite frankly. They've had cases here. They've had all different types of modern. It's honestly like I wouldn't promote them if I didn't think they were great. Great reviews. Brick and mortar store. If you're in the Nashville area, go there and tell them that I recommended it to you. And they'll give you a free Evolving Skies booster box. That's what they told me. So, no, I'm just kidding. But yeah, and a lot of vintage as well. So, oh, I forgot to mention one thing, and then I promise I'll be done. If you want to see the conditions of the cards, you just click on the card, and they have like really, really great scans of each. So I know we don't talk about singles a lot here, but if you're buying singles, especially if you're playing the game, there's great scans of the cards so you can really see the conditions. So there you go. Ready Mark Cards. Go support them. Link is down below. Great people. Go check out the store in real life. Go join the Buyers Club. Again, $1 on your first month, 10% off on the store. It's a no-brainer to try it out. There you go. I'm done shilling, all right? Thank you for bearing with me. I think it's a good deal. Shout out to all the local game stores. Cheers. And put the bundle back, and let's talk about some booster boxes. Yeah. What do we want to talk about first? Sword and Shield. Should we look at some eBay auctions? It's always fun to do. I think, personally, Sword and Shield is it's starting to move. It's starting to move. People with the printing facility news, people are looking at older sets, although it's slightly misplaced because literally every set in print right now more than likely is not going to be super impacted by the news of this printing facility just because of when it's actually going to be up and operating. And I do understand that there is some square footage that might be allocated towards printing Pokemon products, but we don't know for certain. That's kind of the thing with news like this. Very speculative. Fusion Strike boxes are gone on that website. You're joking, right? They already bought it? It's gone. The Fusion box is gone. There you go. All right. Well, all the Sword and Shield boxes. There's one Battle Styles box still in stock. Who bought the Fusion box? Who did this? Who did this? I was thinking about buying it. It's probably shrimp. Probably shrimp. That's so funny. There you go. There you go. And by the way, they're oh, I forgot to mention, you also get, sorry, I got to bring this back because this is important. You get let me make sure I'm not fucking doxing myself really quick. Here we go. Now we're good. You also get points back. You get points back. So I got wait. Let me double check this and make sure I'm good. Okay. Okay, sorry. Okay, I don't want you guys to cancel my shit. Okay, this is what I'll show. Okay, so they have a point reward system. So I got my box for $4.75, my beautiful Brilliant box. They also give you points back. So I can redeem my points for a $23 gift card. I haven't done this yet. I'm assuming it can be redeemed for store credit or just for a cash gift card situation. But $23 back. So I basically got a box for $4.50. And I used, I don't know about you guys, I used my credit card rewards with my City Chase Double Cash. I had about $250, and I went ahead and applied that towards my box. I do that every year. At the end of the year, I use all my cash back across all my cards on stuff. So if you do the math, really, I got my box for like $250. That's TRJ math right there. But yeah, so you get points back too. I forgot to mention. So I'm sure I forgot to mention something else, but I think we covered it. Anyway, okay. That's so funny. The Fusion box is gone. If you're in the chat, please tell me if you bought it. I want to know. That's so funny. Cool. Okay. Battle Styles. Well, I will say Battle Styles is interesting to talk about. Let's pull up some Battle Styles. There's still one in stock on the site here. And I have to say, $200 for a Battle Styles box. Kind of not bad. Kind of not bad. Let me ask you this. Would you rather have Battle Styles for $200 or Phantasmal Flames for $200? Now, I think Phantasmal is a better set with a better top chase. But Battle Styles came out 4.5 years ago. Is that not insane? The first alt art set. By the way, Sleepy Tyranitar. What a card. What a card. Oh, yes. 200 shipped. 200 shipped. Or maybe plus shipping, but no tax. So you're paying like $200, $205 for a box. There was one in stock. There's only one in stock now. Now, personally, I'm not going out of my way for Battle Styles. I do think that's a good price, but I'd rather put that capital towards a box that I think will perform better, like Brilliant Stars, like Fusion Strike, for instance. But you're talking about a 4.5-year-old set with a very good top chase in the Tyranitar. And then like a couple other pretty I mean, it's an Urshifu set, right? Urshifu, not the most popular Pokemon ever, but like not the worst Pokemon ever. And honestly, this VMAX is pretty sweet. It's pretty good. I mean, this is better than a lot of arts in the SV era, in my opinion. And then not to mention the Empoleon, got some other Pokemon in there, of course. This is a great card as well. You know, for the price point, I think it's pretty solid. Not to, guys, this is what I'm talking about. Battle Styles on TCG Player, 220. Is that right? 240? No, selling for 243. Sale yesterday. 2 sales in the last day. 243. Reddit Mark Cards has it for 200. Call them, verify condition, but like 225, 229. There's volume here. There's volume here, man. On my second monitor, I can't really see the blue bars, but it is what it is. 57 sold in the last month. Last solds on eBay are 250. It's a good deal. And here's the thing. This is the case for a lot of the Sword and Shield era booster boxes. Like look at Brilliant Stars. There's some volume coming in. Ever since the TCG Player sale, we're getting more and more volume and more confidence, I believe, is slowly returning to Sword and Shield. Slowly returning to Sword and Shield. Right? The volume says it alone. This is not even eBay. This is TCG Player. This is a $500 box. We just had one sell today for $599, but that seems high. But sales consistently in the 500s. And with not that much room to, there's one listed at 500. Or I'm sorry, 2. Okay, there's like 4, 5, what is that, 6? I'm telling you, these are going to be $600 before you know it. I don't think it's going to happen next week or the week after. March, February, April. I just said the months in the wrong order. Q1, Q2, this will be well into the 600s. Time is going to march on. Time is going to march on. Sword and Shield is done. It's out of print. You know it's not affected by the printing facility? Sword and Shield. You know what has the best cards of all time? Sword and Shield. This is good value. People are realizing that. Look at volume picking up. Right? 68 sold in the last month. 68 listed up to 650. Now, more people are going to list. Keep that in mind as they get bought. More people are going to list. But I've been saying this. I've been using the Sauron Eye analogy. The Sauron Eye analogy is that in Pokemon, in TCG investing, especially now because there's so many investors moving, trying to make a buck, right? Pokebros, whatever you want to call them. But even across different eras, attention turns to things that are hype. Right now, Sword and Shield, not hype. Sword and Shield, a few months ago, very hype. Over the summer, very hype. This is the staircase analogy we see over time. And I believe that confidence, we are in the beginning stages of Sword and Shield boxes returning to hype. One Piece is taking a lot of wind out of Pokemon sales. But Pokemon is still doing very well, all things considered. A lot of people think we're in some type of huge crash. Obviously, most people don't think that, but like I mentioned, I just lost my train of thought. What was I going to say? A lot of people mention that we're in a crash right now. We're not. Pokemon new set releases are coming out selling over $200. Now, that is slowly starting to change. Prices are coming down on new sets. But volume is there, man. Sword and Shield is incredible, and it's doing very well. The TCG player sale showed us that there was a lot of people waiting on the sidelines. A lot of people waiting on the sidelines, waiting for boxes. So, you know, again, to finish off my thoughts, Battle Styles, you know, it's not the worst set in the world, but there are like 5 or 6 sets that are better as far. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 booster boxes that I would rather have over it. But I don't think there's like any downside to getting a box for $200. Is it still in stock? It is. That'll probably be gone soon. That'll probably be gone soon. So, okay, Destin Rivals PokeChef, my guy. You guys know I have some thoughts on Destin Rivals. Obviously, this set is being rotated out in 2028, April 2028. We haven't gotten a reprint. Obviously, this set's like 7 months old. But it's pretty clear. This is easily the best booster box of the Sword and Shield era. And people buy it up. It doesn't matter what the product is. The card list is pretty phenomenal, although set value is dropping. And I do wonder, as set value, like we haven't even gotten a reprint. Set value is like 1,700. You know what I'm saying? Like I know Scarlet and Violet's like kind of different for set value. Pulls are a little bit easier. But there is a correlation between set value and how well a set does. Look at Team Up, look at Evolving Skies, look at Prismatic. The sets with the higher set value have the best chase cards, the most expensive chase cards. And the fact is people like to gamble for those types of cards. Now, Destin Rivals, I think, might transcend that. Or it is. I mean, it already is transcending that to some extent. The cards are phenomenal. It's Team Rocket and has everything going for it. The box looks cool. Giovanni Mewtwo. All the good stuff. So I think it'll continue to do well. I can see this being $1,000 in like 2029. For sure. 100%. Probably even higher. Probably like 1,500, somewhere in that range. 2020, like 4 years from now, almost certainly. Maybe even higher. But for $400, brother, $400. I don't know, man. I mean, look, there's a lot of volume at $400. There's more volume under $400, $350 to $380. $350 is kind of like not realistic right now. I would say $375, $380 is probably the best deal you can find. You're talking a $400 box that came out 7 months ago. I understand how good Destin Rivals is. It will do well. $400 for a brand new set that has not been reprinted yet. I am happy to wait on the sidelines with my 2 boxes that I own and wait for a better entry point. I think fundamentally that just makes the most sense. Print capacity is probably going to increase, but maybe demand will increase. Demand has not waned for this set. I mean, it drops as prices get higher, but I'm not buying Destin Rivals for $400. I'm just not doing it. For $400, I'd rather own Sword and Shield. I completely agree. I got roasted for this. I got absolutely roasted for this. Let me ask you this, chat. Would you rather have Destined for $400 or a Chilling Rain box for $400? Let me know what you think. Or maybe let me do a poll. We'll do that. We'll do it that way. Here we go. Start poll. We'll see what they say. Now, there's some pretty, strong opinions on the matter. Depends on how long you plan to hold. Okay, that's fair. Because I think over the next year, Chilling is probably a better pick. Over 3 years, probably a little closer, 5 years plus, I think the conversation gets a little more interesting. I think it gets a little more interesting over 5 years. But think about how old Chilling is going to be in 5 years. It's going to be like almost a decade old. Isn't that crazy? But we've seen top boxes from eras outperform more middling / good sets from previous eras. Like Evolving Skies, you know, is outperforming a lot of Sun and Moon, right? The tag team sets are pretty phenomenal. I do wonder what will happen. I think Evolving will probably, I would have to say Evolving is going to outperform Unified and Unbroken. I believe that. Now, those boxes are more scarce, and there might be a little bit more near-term upwards momentum if money comes back in Sun and Moon, and they'll spike quicker, but there's just way more demand for Evolving. You know, the question is, how much demand will there be on Chilling in 5 years? Probably not that much, but it won't be bad. It won't be, you know, a Rebel Clash. It's a pretty decent set. So I don't know. Maybe my answer is like 5 years plus Destined, but I think I would take my chances with Chilling. I think I would at this price point. I just think the threat of a reprint is too strong, and I don't think it's a sound fundamental investing decision to buy Destined at $400. You know, roast me if you want, but I stand on that. And if I'm wrong, so be it. So be it. You know, I got a couple Destined boxes. Like, I'm all right. If I miss out, I miss out. Of course, my side quest is still on. Don't get it twisted. But for boxes, it's a different thing. 1 to 3 years Chilling, 4+ Destined Rivals. You know, I think that's a fair answer. I think that's a fair answer. We did talk about it. Joey and I talked about it on his channel. I think we both kind of came to the same conclusion. For sure. Destined Rivals is stacked. It really is. It's very stacked. It's very good. Would you buy at this price? Yeah, I mean, no, I'm not. I'm not buying at $400. I would rather have Brilliant for $100. $75 more, I can get a Brilliant box. I would rather have Brilliant over Destined Rivals right now for nearly the same price. It just makes way more sense to me. I'm sleeping peacefully with my Sword and Shield boxes. Depends on how long you plan on holding. I think DR will outperform Chilling in the long run. Probably true. It's in that weird age where it's like 4 years older. You know, if it were like 2 years older, Destined. But 4 years is like an entire era. It's like early in the Sword and Shield. Destined Rivals is late in Scarlet and Violet. So it's like, that's a much more significant amount of time. But yeah, I mean, I think either way, you're doing pretty well. If you have good booster boxes, you're going to be doing well. I don't know if y'all knew that. We're arguing which one is going to do better. We both think they'll do well. Isn't that funny? It's all relative. So those are my thoughts on Destined Rivals. Let me scroll back up. Let's see. Where was I? Got about 2 cases of Fusion Strike a couple years ago. You're a legend for that. I'm so jealous. Sun and Moon had alt arts. Am I dumb? I mean, yeah, they did, I guess. But they're different than Sword and Shields. I mean, are they alt arts in Sun and Moon? I mean, they're I guess they're tag team. I guess it's like semantics. I think you know what I'm saying, though. Rather have 2 prismatic figure collections over battle styles. Ooh, that's kind of interesting. All right, we had 52 votes. It was pretty split. 58% Chilling, 42% Destined Rivals. That's about right. Of course, on my channel, we're going to be a little bit more biased towards Sword and Shield. I think other channels might say Destined Rivals a little bit with more conviction. So keep that in mind. It's not representative of, you know, people in the space. Or maybe it is. I don't know. Because we're all geniuses on this channel, right? Rather have 2 prismatic figure collections over I'd rather have a Battle Styles booster box, probably. Mostly because I hate storing anything that's not a booster box. If it outperforms it, I honestly don't even care. What do y'all think? I think I'd just rather have a Battle Styles box because it's less of a pain in the ass to deal with. Which is like maybe not great investing decisions because people are going to have different storage. But for me, I mean, I don't know, the prismatic figure, like they have the promos, although I think the promos are kind of mid personally. I'd rather have ETBs. I'd rather have ETBs of prismatic, like this one, a PC ETB. With the crystal TCG acrylic, mind you, in case you're wondering. Last solds on eBay for Battle Styles 250 plus. That's pretty insane. That is actually insane. Genuinely. Dude, I look at Probstein auctions and like there are still so many crazy sales going on. And look, I know maybe some of them are shill bid. We don't have any proof of that, but there's no way all of them can be shill bid all the time. Dude, somebody actually bought that fusion box. That's so funny. That's a good price. $8.10 plus shipping. One just sold yesterday or 2 days ago on Probstein for $8.31 plus $20 delivery, and that's not including tax. They got a hell of a deal. $8.10 for a nice fusion box, solid. I don't know a lot of people that didn't buy it all this year waiting for 2026. Yeah, I mean, that's the tail oldest time. Although Pokemon you can time a little more, obviously, but tail oldest time. Thoughts on Sword and Shield Build and Battle Stadiums? I don't think they're like, I think for a pack price, they're worth it. Like they're good for packs, but they're not that cool to display. People don't really know about them, interestingly. I guess they do have, I think they have the promo cards as well, in addition to the Build and Battle decks, kits, the 4-pack ones. I'm blanking on the name of the small ones right now. Build and Battle deck. Yeah. I mean, they're good, but they're not booster boxes. I think booster boxes are just superior as a product. More packs. And not to mention stadiums, like, yeah, they have 12 packs, but they're bigger. They're harder to store than a booster box, in my opinion. I'm somebody who owns Fusion Strike ones, so I don't know. Is Prismatic doing well? It appears to be trending down since release. Well, I mean, we just have more product to get dropped for Prismatic. Like, relatively speaking, Prismatic is doing phenomenally well. Okay, let's be very clear. Even the singles are doing well. A lot of people predict that the Umbreon is going to drop to like 800. It might, but remember, it's pretty damn hard to pull. Here, let me pull up Prismatic. I keep pulling up the wrong product. I'm trying to find regular ETBs. Where are they? Here they are. This is just Prismatic is a set that at this point, I'm buying everything I can in MSRP, and that is my plan. That has always been my plan since it came out. That will be my plan going into 2026. It will be rotated out in 2027, and we will be very happy that we loaded up on Prismatic. There's no other outcome, I think, that at this point will happen. I mean, look at the volume on TCG Player. The closer it gets, there's a big psychological level at $100, like $100. The closer it gets to that, the faster volume picks up. I mean, look at the volume here. In the last month, 937 have sold in the last month. That is crazy. That is absolutely insane. Okay, TCG Player sale happened. Bunch of them sold. Bunch of them sold. Prices went up. Costco dropped. The bundles dropped, right? Dropped to 108. Rebounded. More listed. So now we're finding support at around 110. This has been the tale as old as time with Prismatic. All right. Released, this doesn't really count because it was impossible to get product. But then more product came to market, dropped all the way to 100. Right. Volume picks up, spikes. More hits market, volume drops, then it bottoms, then volume spikes up again. Think about where we are in the market right now. Now, I would argue that things are relatively healthy, but since September, demand has dropped pretty significantly for Pokemon, obviously with One Piece and just naturally. It was happening anyway. If it goes below $100, consider buying a case, is what I would say. That's probably going to be something that I would look at. A case in the 9s would be pretty phenomenal, in my opinion. Are we going to get more prismatic product next year? You bet. You bet we are. But here we are, almost a year into the set. Again, rotating out in 2027. That's a year and a half away. A little bit less than. That's really not that long from now. Of course, a lot of things can change. We have Ascended Heroes coming out. We got the 30th coming out. Got a new set coming out. But Prismatic is standing the test of time. We all believe it's going to go up in price. And if we all believe it's going to go up in price, then when is the best time to buy it? On drops and probably around $100. Just dollar cost average into it. So, yeah, if you look at the yearly chart, it started pre-sale and then on release at like $125. If you look at the yearly chart, it's at $111, so this set sucks, right? You got to look at the nuance. You got to look at the context. If you were buying at $60 in ETB, you've doubled your money, essentially. And I have been able to get almost 20 ETBs at MSRP. And with minimal effort, mind you. So I'm very confident in Prismatic Evolutions. I think ETBs are going to do well. I actually think ETBs are going to do pretty well in 2026. Historically, we get fewer, we'll say, premium products as the print cycle goes on. Now, anything is possible. Remember, the Pokemon Company, they've come out, they said they're going to print this shit to all hell. And they have. I don't think there's any set that has been printed more in the amount of time that it's been released than Prismatic Evolutions. You know what I mean? So it's going to be interesting to see what happens in 2026. But we got a lot of sets that they need to worry about. Journey, Destin, Black Bull, White Flare, all the mega sets coming out, and every future set coming out after that. Remember, Prismatic is the last set in the 2027 block that's rotating out from temporal to prismatic. And then Journey starts the I block, which, moves it to 2028. So, you have a year and 4 months to get prismatic. And then maybe some trickling products after that. But we almost never get a product in mass after a set rotates out of standard competitive play. It almost never happens. So, there you go. There you go. Prismatic is going to be a beast in the future. I'm telling you, it's going to do well. I have a ton of conviction in Prismatic. A ton. And I will happily buy more in 2026. Anything I can get my hands on at MSRP, I'm buying. If ETBs come down to a certain price point, I will consider picking up a case. That is currently my plan for Prismatic. I think PCTBs will go up in price, but for $300, $400, I'm worried about liquidity at that price point. I have 6 of them, and I'm good. I don't want to put that much capital into a product like that right now, personally. But that's just me. That take might age like milk. We'll see. Anyways, those are my thoughts on Prismatic, I suppose. Brilliant Stars ETB is $1 General 2 for 60. Is that real? Let's see. Okay, yeah. This is our chilling talk, chilling no-brainer. Are you worried ever? Hey, Ocho, good to see you. Are you ever worried soon people won't give an F about Pokemon? It's happened. It's happened in the past, and yet it prevails. I mean, the thing you have to look at the IP. You have to look at how well the games are doing. You know, Scarlet and Violet was the best-selling Pokemon game of all time, more than Red and Blue. Fact check me on that. I believe that's correct. Actually, let's fact check that right now. Most selling Pokemon games. Am I just wrong? Or is it close? Oh, maybe it's not number one, but it's close. Okay, it's a few million. When was this updated? Probably pretty recently. In November. Okay, so it's 4 million units behind. So I'm incorrect, but that just shows you the scale. Not to mention, Sword and Shield is number 3. Sword and Shield, 27 million units. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy, guys? Both of them are ahead of Gold and Silver. Ruby and Sapphire. Emerald, right? Emerald's way down here. Black 2 and White 2 outsold Emerald. Shout out to, look, Pokemon Black and White, 9th selling best game of all time. And people say Gen 5 is trash. Come on now. No, I'm just kidding. But like, as long as we see this, I'm happy. It's the number 1 IP in the world by far. And TCGs are continuing to grow. There's a 30-year history. There's a 30-year history. To be honest, most things I invest in don't have a 30-year history. So, I don't know. I have conviction in Pokemon. I believe it will be popular, but it's definitely, you should be keeping an eye on it. All right. Because eventually Pokemon will die, I believe. Eventually all things will go away. Now, will it happen in the next decade? I don't think so. Could it happen in 60 years? I certainly think so. I certainly think that could happen. Who's to say? That's a long ways away. I will probably have left this earth by then, more than likely. So, I don't know, man. Don't overthink it. Don't overthink it. I wouldn't pass on a DR deal if somebody threw a good price my way. That's another thing. I completely agree. If somebody was like, yo, here's a minty DR box, you can have it for $340, $350, I'd probably buy it. I'd probably buy it. And then I'd just happily dollar cost average. People are joking about Rebel Clash, but in France, those booster boxes are so rare that they are 2,000 euros. Is that true? I mean, it is a rare. I used to pass on ETBs all the time. Isn't that so funny? All the time I would pass on Rebel Clash ETBs. I think I opened a few back in like 2020. They were just sitting on shelves. Nobody wanted them, with like Guardians Rising and Ultra Prism, all that stuff, man. All that stuff. I'd rather have a top tier set from Scarlet and Violet than any mid set from Sword and Shield. Fair. Fair. You'll be fine buying either one. Neither is a bad choice. Yeah. Okay. In the same token, would you rather have a Fusion boost box or Sun and Moon base? No, I'd way rather have Fusion. But I think Chilling is significantly better than Sun and Moon base when you compare them to their respective eras. That's my opinion, though. I don't think that's like a fair question to ask, but I'd much rather have a Fusion booster box than a Sun and Moon base box. But I think Sun and Moon, again, is significantly worse than Chilling is in their respective eras. Like Chilling to me is kind of more of like a Lost Thunder, you know, something like that, like an Ultra Prism, like a Celestial Storm. Like it's not a tag team set, but it's like it's like kind of a tier below. You know what I'm saying? Rockets in the chat. There you go. SV is packed with massive hot bangers, bruv. I'm focusing on SV from base to Black Bull White Flare, but great deals for Sword and Shield. We can see now, please. No trainers to buy and hold at least one box. Yeah, there you go. Pretty good strat. 6 Phantasmal, 7 Mega booster boxes, all at MS repeat. Should I sell some and reinvest into another booster box? Probably. I think I would. I think your money is gonna thank you if you were in Sword and Shield or something like that. But do what you feel is best. That's personally what I would do. I mean, I own like 5 mega booster boxes. I just pick them up here and there, just in case. I like the set. I think it's good. I think it'll do well with time. Brilliant ETBs down 30% to 100. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of Sword and Shield ETBs. Now I'm struggling. Invest more in Scarlet and Violet or open a new wallet to get exposure on Mega. I'm buying Sword and Shield personally. I'm not rushing to get Mega at the moment, but I do have some boxes. I think Ascended Heroes will do really, really, really well. I would like to have a case of Ascended Heroes ETBs at MSRP. That would be phenomenal. And that is something I will be trying to do. My solution was to own both. Rebel Clash is nice. Dragapults and Battle Styles is a great set, but Urshifu and Houndoom are in my top 3. There are some pretty strong Urshifu lovers out there, for sure. It's a good Pokemon. It's a good Pokemon. I like Urshifu. Oh, wait. Oh, I need to set my fantasy lineup. Just my defense. I have to do it before the games start. Here we go. Defense. Bang. Okay, make sure nobody's injured. Make sure nobody's injured. Sorry. Okay, we're good. Sorry, I had to do that. Hold the Unova heavy hitters or sell and trade them. I think the move, personally, is to either rip, if you're into that. And I would honestly, my plan, I'll probably hold on to them for a little longer and then just, like, sell. I don't know. I haven't really thought about it. But I only have 2. Like, I didn't really go out. I was busy on a few of the drops, so I kind of just, like, missed out on it. It's all good. Stadium will have 2 build and battle kits, 2 stamp promos. Oh, yeah, and then 4 loose packs. Yeah, I mean, they're pretty good. I got info from my... Also, hello, Archer. Good to see you. I got info from in my LGS that they expect a restock of Paldea, Obsidian, Paradox on January 26th. Can you confirm that is the same? I don't have any information beyond that. I haven't seen anybody else confirm that, but, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. Is it packs? I mean, what are we talking? What products are we talking here? I'm in Eli's Pokemart USA group, and there's no info on those restocks. Yeah, well, there you go. Some conflicting information there. Eli seems like somebody pretty trustworthy, very honest, very transparent. Prismatic has dropped for a few reasons, though. Overall sales have dropped in Pokemon, yes. And there were reprints for Prismatic that influenced, correct. Overall demand and restocks. But yet the prices are still over $100. The chart on TCG Player is skewed. You just have to look into it more. There's a factor people don't talk about. Prismatic and Evo. Hit rates for Traumatic Evolution involving cries are a huge factor for potential. Yes, but if it doesn't matter if pull rates are bad, if there are cards that are $1,000 or like 3,000 in a 10. And with God packs. Nobody's complaining about Evolving being bad to pull because the alt arts are that good. I mean, they are complaining. I'm complaining, but it doesn't affect the prices. When a set is really good, it doesn't matter. Now, for other sets, it matters. Like for chilling, it matters because people are less stoked about the pulls in that, yet the pull rates are as bad, right? So it hurts those types of sets a little bit more. Also, hey, Jay, it's good to see you, man. I love Prizzy. I do too, man. I do too. Let me know when you see my... Oh, yeah, I'll do portfolios soon. I'll do like 3. I'm just getting through the comments here. Going to load up as much. And for those who have joined later, we're about to do some live portfolio reviews. Yes, we're going to do a few. And then we're going to do the giveaway for the Mega. And then we'll be on our merry way. Yeah. Facebook has them 120. I think that's dirt cheap. I think that's a great price. Nobody wants to buy my Mega Evolution case at LCS. Wonder why? What happened, Pokemon? I'll buy it from you for MSRP, Henry. My mom literally just walked by and said she wanted me to be like you. Well presented and knowledgeable. Lol, what the fuck? Hey, tell your mom I said hi. Tell your mom I said hi, man. I hope she's doing well. No, I'm just kidding. What is this emoji? A salute. Hey, true, brother. I need ETBs. I only have bundles. Yep. There will be more bundles than ETBs likely reprinted in the future. If we go off of history. Is buying black, white, XY, Sun and Moon a good move? Probably, yeah. They're getting more scarce with time. They'll go up. 151 should be steady rising soon. Hard agree. 151 is going to have a great year in 2026. Very much. Very much so. Picked up Evo ETB, 2 of them at 330 each. Pretty good. Pretty solid. It hasn't happened long term. What hasn't? Oh, I don't know what you're talking about. What's up, Kyle? Good to see you, man. Got a case of chilling from Poke Center 2.5 years ago. Yep. Bro, a year ago, we had booster boxes for MSRP. Silver Tempest, limit 4. What a crazy world. What do you do for a living? I'm not going to say. Although I have said it in the past. I sold my Rebel trash. Yeah. What's good, Shug? What's good, bro? Good to see you, man. Chilling is goated. It's pretty good. I know I joke, but I do think it's pretty solid. I have a feeling it's not going to age that well. Maybe not. But that Charizard's no joke, bro. If Obsidian can do what Obsidian did, Phantasmal is going to be all right. I think it's all right. I think that Charizard is going to be enough for it. What is the best Evo box to buy? I have 2 ETBs and wonder what for evolving could be a better buy. Booster boxes. Breaking down my heavy hitter boxes for long-term pack play. Yeah, that's a good play. I think breaking down these collection boxes is honestly a pretty solid move. That applies to Paldean and these Unova boxes. There's like no premium on the boxes. You get a few little stamped promos. I think loose packs are selling for more just because it's like they're easier. Hard hits can actually make cards go more expensive, make the set go up in value. Yeah. Honestly, I don't like prismatic. Yeah, rainbow borders, crowns, busy art style, not my vibe, but market's going to market. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I would prefer them to not have all those things, but at a certain point, you just have to look at it and be like, okay, it doesn't matter that much. The arts are so busy that it's not like they're not super prevalent, you know? I mean, they're there, but it's not that bad. I'm always here. Sometimes I'm just in the background. Dude, thanks, man. I appreciate that. I feel like Evo is heavily undervalued. Yeah. Evo boxes will be 5K in a few years. 100%. I was watching Pokeoz. He had a fun video about booster boxes surpassing the values of their card values, and inevitably it will happen with time. Now, I think that's just like a deflationary point rather than like this is a mathematical like perfect formula, but yeah, I think they'll do well. One Evo box or multiple Sword and Shield boxes like Brilliant Stars or Chilling. I mean, you might be better off having multiple boxes just for a little diversity. Maybe they'll be easier to sell. Kind of depends on your situation. I think if you don't have an Evo box, like it would probably be good to have one, but to say that I'm going to sit here and be like, hey, spend 2.2K on an Evo box is like not realistic for everybody. So I'm acknowledging that. You know what I mean? But I think they're all pretty good. And I think Evo will lead the pack personally, even at this price. Thought Phantasmal isn't going to do well. Makes me think about Price of Darkness and Obsidian. Phantasmal is better than both. You just need a better entry point. I agree. I completely agree. Phantasmal's like, if it's a box that goes below MSRP, I will be buying a case. Like that's the approach I have with it. Never had the strength to break down. You don't. I would say don't break them down if you don't have to. But if you have to, you're fine. Rainbow border looks 100 better than a rainbow card. I agree with this. That's a good take. DC, maybe start putting those loose packs in your acrylics. Yeah, 100%. All right, I have caught up. We're gonna do some portfolio reviews live. How fun! And then we're gonna do the bundle giveaway. I haven't forgotten yet. All right, let's pull up. Let's do like maybe 2 or 3 of these. And let's see. Hold up. 1 sec. Give me like 5 seconds really quick. All right. Okay. Portfolio reviews. So let's get to our boy Pokey-Doo. Pokey-Doo. Gotta scroll up. Here he is. Okay. I'm liking what I'm seeing. All right, let's show my screen. Here we go. Plug to smash that like button. I didn't say it, but if you do hit the like button, it does help me out a lot, and I really appreciate it. Also, I have to shamelessly plug this. I'm expanding my members only content. Of course, if you don't become a member, that's totally cool. You're not missing anything. But for those who want a little bit more, I'm making a monthly video detailing additional thoughts as to where I'm at in the market, things like that, as well as other content, opening packs, maybe some buyer POVs, things I wouldn't normally post on my main channel, but just a little bit extra content. So just putting that out there, links down below. Join the Discord, all that stuff. Let's get into it. And hit the like. Yo, hit the like button, boy. All right. Pokey-Doo. Let's get it. Here we go. This is fun. It's fun to do this live in front of y'all. Of course, we'll be having videos. Let me know if I should do this bi-weekly or monthly in the chat. I'm trying to figure out, trying to make this more of a thing. I'm also interested in doing live call-ins for portfolio reviews, but I've seen, I think there was another creator that they got mooned. So, you know, I'm trying to keep my channel alive here. You know what I'm saying? Trying to keep my stuff alive. Pokey-Doo, if you wouldn't mind, okay, he's got some questions in the chat. Things I'm selling local. What I'm thinking is either buy one of these. What would you do every Sunday? Yeah, I'll probably do a few of them live every Sunday, just because it's like fun and I enjoy it. I think you guys might like it. Pokey-Doo, maybe give a little context in the chat as to like your buy-in points generally. It doesn't have to be super detailed, but it helps with context as to like what your entry points are, especially if we're talking about selling. Things like that. All right. Damn, that's just wrong. Okay. First impressions, I'm liking what I'm seeing. We got 4 Evo boxes. Beautiful. More than me, Chad. We got a fusion box. You know, we got some nice sword and shield. We got a case of prismatic PCTBs. Very nice. Bundle display. 3 PCTBs for 151. Astral, Paldean Fates PCTB. We've got 4 of those non-case. So I'm assuming, Pokey-Doo, that prices are relatively low. Let's see. Started collecting. Okay, collecting last December, so a year old. Got back into Pokemon right before surging. Opened so many packs. Learned about the hobby. Started investing, collecting, sealed, buying deals. Here I am. Okay, so this is a year old. My guy has spent what? 15 to 20,000, I'm assuming. Buy-in cost probably doubled your money, roughly, I would say. So we can assume probably buy-in entries for a lot of these are probably going to be either half to up to like 0%. And by 0%, I mean like he probably bought them recently. I'm pretty much in profit for all of them, but I'm trying to sell some since space is a factor. Yeah. But I really wanted to buy one of those stuff that I told you and decided to sell. Okay, let's start with a sell. Trying to sell this on local marketplace. In chat, feel free to add your own thoughts here as well. Things we're selling. Astral box, surging boxes, 3 of them. Journey Together boxes, 15110s blooming. Hey, Pokey-Doo. I can help you out here, brother. I can help you out here, brother. Hey, where are you at? Hey, I'm reliable. You can ship to me. I got you, man. What? Hey, DM me what prices we're talking here. Let's chat. Although not Journey, I don't want that. But Astral and Surging. Hey, come on, man. Hey, let's chat, man. I got. Hey, I'll help you out, man. You don't want to deal with all those mega scrafties out there. This is just me. This is me just sourcing sword and shield boxes from people. LOL. Pokidoo, can you roughly say where you're at? You don't have to say city. You can say state if you want, or Miami. Okay, hey, Miami. So, hey, if you're in Miami, maybe you can afford cutting me a deal. No, I'm just kidding. I'm joking. So I think these are all good to sell, especially if you're putting money in some other sword and shield and whatnot. Not whatnot. Surging. I actually think Surging is going to perform well. I'm curious as to why you're selling these. I'm assuming your entry was pretty low, which in that case makes maybe a little bit more sense. How many Surging boxes do you have? You only have 3. Okay. Or maybe you don't believe in the set, and that's totally valid too. Astral. It's pretty clear that Astral is going to underperform some of the other boxes. I'm assuming your entry was probably around $200, give or take. If you bought it a year ago, I don't mind selling this either. I think that's solid. I mean, I'm not giving you approval. I'm just saying how I would be thinking about it. I don't think Astral is going to become some crazy investing box, but it's definitely going to go up. I'd be down to do this live. Believe I'm at 300K. Good God. Okay. Good God. I mean, I would just list all of these for market price and see what you get. I would not go below 95% for Astral Radiance. Surging, it's going to be a little bit harder to sell for market considering it has gone up. I would assume you can get 220 for Surging right now, realistically. Journey, you're probably going to have to take a little bit of a hit on it. There's just not a ton of demand for it at the moment. 151.10s and blooming. If you're selling these, I mean, just list them for market on Facebook. They'll probably be gone by the end of the day. But that's just me. But everything else, you clearly have some really good products mixed with exclusivity. We're talking stronger sets. I am curious as to why you're selling Surging. I think Surging is an interesting opportunity. I'd be more keen to sell a Phantasmal box over Surging personally, given the age, all of that. We got some collection boxes, collection box maxing. Yep. I'm into this. This is fun. If you got these for MSRP, I don't know. Everybody talks about these collection boxes, and I'm just like, I'd rather have ETBs, man. That's just me, though. 25 bundles, very nice. 1 Destined Rivals bundle. I'm assuming all these little trickling things we just got in MSRP and whatnot. Not whatnot. I got to stop saying that. 14 prismatic boxes. I forgot I own these. Yeah, dude. What the hell is this? What is this, bro? What is this? Where did you get this? Explain yourself. No, I'm just kidding. These were like $90 a few months ago. And now you're up, 30 on a terrible set. Goes to show the PCTBs are pretty good. Pokey Profit, what's up, man? I hope you're doing well. Yeah, 9:30 in the morning. Well, it's 12:30 for me, to be fair, but we're chilling, man. Good to have you here. Hey, I watched some of your live stream, bro. Bro, you're a natural. I know you were saying you're like awkward. You're not awkward, bro. You're crushing it. Crushing it. Yeah, hey, Pokidoo. Hey, man. Hey, let's talk about that Astral and those Surging boxes. I can help you out. What's up, Ryan Investing? Good to see you, man. Okay, next question. What I'm thinking to do is either buy one of these. What would you do? Evo at 2,000. Sealed case of Surging at 13. Sealed case of Destin at 2,250. Okay, I gave my thoughts on Destin. I think Destin's a little pricey for me at the moment. Although I think getting a case of Destined is going to be fine. What does that come out to? 2,250? It's like 400 and 375? Wait, that's a good price. That is interesting. Let me know what you think, chat. If the Evo box is mint, if it's mint, I like that. A case of Surging. Oh, you're getting rid of your Surging boxes, but buying a case. I think that's what's happening here. Okay. I see. And there's not a ton of premium. I think all three of these are pretty good buys. I think the Surging at 1,300 is a solid buy for a case. I'm curious as to where you're getting these prices because those are not online prices and those are not in my area. Which one would I get of the three? Oh, God. I mean, I think the safest is Evo. I think Surging is a great value. I think Destined is probably the worst. But at $375 a box for a case of Destined, I mean, they're both still in print, but like, I don't know. I would say not Destined. I think Evo is the play. But you already have 4 boxes of Evo, right? What's your average buy cost for Evo? I'm curious. Your local marketplace. Damn, my local marketplace is ass. That's crazy. Mine is trash. Mine's just like mega evolutions. I would say Evo, but only if the box is minty. I'm only going after minty boxes right now. And I think if you're spending 2,000 on a box, like, yeah, non-minty box will do well, but like, I would be pretty picky at that price point. Who doesn't want more Evo? I think that's fair. Those are my thoughts. I think your portfolio is great. I mean, you started a year ago. It's at $37,000. That's pretty insane, to be honest. You're probably 15 to 20 in on this, I would assume. Maybe a little more. Probably 23, if I had to guess. I don't see any problems here. PCTBs, good booster boxes. Looking to trim off some things and get into some cases. I think that Surging case for 1,300 is a pretty damn solid buy, in my opinion. I would consider getting that for myself, quite frankly. It's $216 a box, no tax. It's pretty. I mean, that's pretty good. That's pretty damn good. But I would go Evo. So that's what I think, man. I think you're doing great. Hold strong. Hold for a few years here. All right. You might see some. You've only been around for a year. All right. Not everything goes up the way that yours did this past year. You know what I'm saying? So thank you for sharing. Appreciate it. Thank you for being in the Discord. Maybe we'll do one or two more. If anybody's in the chat and they've already thrown theirs in the Discord here, we'll pull one up. Let's scroll. We got a number. I was gonna save some of these for like a video, but if you're in the chat and you've already thrown one in here, let me know and I'll click on it. There's some. I'll tell you what. There are some Chads posting in this channel. It's pretty ridiculous. Okay, I'm JB from 206 or Vegeta. Oh, here we go. JB, my guy. Okay, so you have a lot of magic, so I'm not going to really be able to comment on that, but let's do it anyway. Oh, wait. Here we go. Thanks again, Pokedew, for submitting, bro. Vegeta. Another 30K Chad. Now, Vegeta, if you don't mind giving some context in the chat as to how long you've been investing, your maybe a rough idea of some buy. I think if you're posting, like, try to include some rough ideas of buy-in cost, like what you're in for stuff for. Maybe if you have some questions as to what you want to do, like PokeDoo had. Just throw some info in the chat and we can work from there, you know what I'm saying? But here we go. We have one card, 101 sealed, 31K. Pretty interesting. Lord of the Rings collector booster and Tales of Middle Earth collect 25. Is that really $2,500? This is the set with the one ring, right? It sold for $2 million. I think that's true. Special edition. I don't understand Magic well. I literally can't comment on it. But these are probably 3 of the better ones, I would assume. Paladin Fates display. By the way, I think these are good value at the moment. We got an Evo box. We got some nice Sword and Shield here. So we got a little, one of each. Very nice. Some premium collections. Got back in July. Holy shit. So you bought all this since July? Is that true? Or what did you say? You said got back into collecting this year. Half my collection. I just love that. Okay, that's crazy. You bought all this during July? Or since July? Dude, what kind of money are we working with? Like, good Lord. You bought this? That's an interesting choice. Back in July of this year? Now, again, I'm not going to comment on Magic. Obviously, you're buying collector boxes, whatever. Which I'm sure are fine. But as far as Pokemon goes, we have quite a lot of spread. I'd be curious to see what storage at your place is like. I'm sure you got shit everywhere, which is pretty typical. All right. And storage is something that people really, really need to consider for the long term. I'm trying to build in shelves in the closets right now. It's wild, but it's getting better. But that's, a lot of people came into investing in the last year. And, it's like they don't think about this. You know what I'm saying? The heavy hitters boxes. We got a lot of newer stuff, prismatic. So I'm assuming our buy-in costs are relatively high. If it were me, like, I'm not keen to buy a ton of bundles or Twilight ETBs. I'm sure your buy-in cost was solid. It sounds like you got a random deal, probably a few of those. You're probably up 10 to 30% on your investments, I would imagine. Roughly. You got some UPCs. So, I mean, a lot of it's like, you got one of good things in here and there, which I think is cool. It's kind of a collector focus. I think there's some potential to consolidate some things and move it into more premium products. But for the most part, like, I'm not crazy about Japanese. I just don't know enough about it. Like White Flare ETBs, I'd probably sell these personally. Like, I'd rather have Black Bolt ETBs or just put that capital towards something that I think will have a higher appreciation over time. Maybe I'll eat my words in the future. I don't know. Like, I'd rather have Black Bolt, for instance. So those are kind of my thoughts here. I mean, it's cool. I think you have a cool collection. I'm looking to buy one of these just personally because I'm a big fan of the IP, but I'm just waiting to see if they keep dropping. I'm sure they will. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think it's pretty sweet. For sure. Thank you for sharing. I mean, it's a lot of Magic. If you have any questions, feel free to throw them in the chat. But otherwise, like, I think you're going to need to hang strong for a few years here. Hang strong for a few years. Keep learning. You know, you're clearly buying pretty good stuff, I would say. So thank you for sharing, man. I like it. I don't have a ton of issues with it. If you buy what you're, this is an underrated thing. If you buy what you're passionate about, clearly this guy, you know, he's passionate about Magic. He's got cool collector boxes. The chances of him holding his investments are, you know, on average, are going to be much longer than the average person coming into the space. And I think that's an underrated, sometimes dangerous, but an underrated thing to have going for you, right? The longer you stay invested, the more storms you're going to weather, all the things, right? So I like it. I like it, dude. Thank you for sharing. I think we'll do one more, and then we'll do the giveaway, and we'll be on our way because I'm getting real hungry. I'm not going to lie. All right, who else is in the chat? Archer, I'll do yours because you've been here for a while, man. Let me find your portfolio. Archer, here you go. I collect since 2003, but majority of goods are opened already. What? Then I realized investing potential and kept some stuff to grow. Okay, let me pull it up. Let's take a look. Okay. Okay, brother. Card Captor Deli. Hello, welcome. All right, Archer. Please take a look at my comment. What to sell first? Okay, Archer, feel free to add some context as to like your buy-ins. You know, you've been in here for 3 years, so I can make some assumptions. I can tell you what I would sell if that's the route you want to go down here. Okay, all sealed, no cards. Oh, we do have a card tab. Very nice. Blisters and packs. Okay, we'll start with cards. Obviously, you know what we do on this channel. We talk about sealed. That's where we're comfortable. That's what we know. So I'm not going to give you a ton of anything on the cards, but it seems like you have great taste. I like all these cards that I'm seeing. This card's underrated. Free Willy Aw. Scraggy, based. You know, you got some trades. There's some speculation here. A lot of Sword and Shield era, Scarlet and Violet base era. We got a little mixed in with a little vintage. We got some promos. Yeah, this is pretty cool. Pretty cool. Squirtle, Gardevoir. So a lot of raw, it looks like. A lot of raw. Very nice. All right, let's look at blisters and packs. A lot of blisters and packs. Holy cow. Holy cow. Okay, 65 Journey Together packs. I'm curious about this, Archer. Curious as to why you decided on these. And temporal. And then we have a bunch of loose packs. I'd probably start selling off some of these personally. I mean, you're talking about a lot of capital. And sets that aren't considered to be top tier. You could probably find some rip and chippers and just fucking dump these things. I don't know. I don't hate loose packs, but it has to be a pretty compelling reason as to why you got them. For instance, I have 80 Evo loose packs. I got them from 10s that I broke down for storage. I imagine your case is similar, but I don't think these are going to be moving, super rapidly in the near future. The Pally Evolved, you know, like sleeved, I'm a little more keen on. Like when it comes to packs, I want good sets, like blisters and packs. Also, selling them is like, it's a pain. You're talking about selling one ETB or one booster box or one PCTB versus like 65 Journey Together packs. That's going to be a pain in the ass to sell those. And you might as well start now, especially these Stellar Crown. If these are $9, I'd be selling these off too, personally. And I feel the same way about the blisters. I think blisters are cool. Or the 3-pack blisters. I think they're cool, but not crazy about these sets. Base, Temporal, Stellar, Shrouded. I would sell these personally. Maybe hold on to the Pally Evolved. Those are kind of cool. The Surging can probably go. I don't know. I'd probably do a little work here. But storage is probably not horrible, so I don't know. All right, let's go to the main chunk. The main chunk. Absolutely. Why do you focus on Journey Together here? Is that the worst you'd say? Curious, because I prefer it over some others. I just don't think Journey is like that strong of a set. And I think honestly, we're probably going to be getting a lot more product in the future. I would rather have other sets personally. Like long term, these will probably do fine. I just think there are better investing products and sets combined, which is why I'd say, like, especially if you can make money on these, like, I'd rather put that money elsewhere. That's my thinking there. I don't hate it, but sets well in print. So, like, if that were 65 Destined Rivals sleeve packs, I would feel a little bit differently. I think if you're holding those for a few years, there's going to be more ROI and all that. Okay. We got a lot of bundle displays. Big fan. If you got in the last few years, you probably bought these in the last year and a half, so you're probably up a bit. Couple Lost Origin boxes, 6 Black Bolt bundle displays. Now, these are pretty cheap, $57 each. I don't hate these at this price point, personally. I don't think it's bad. I've been eyeballing these. I've been talking about them a little bit. And honestly, I would consider picking one up myself, especially at that price. Now, I'd rather probably have an ETB case, but like for a similar price. But this is interesting to me. I'd buy one of these at a good price. Brilliant Stars. We got some White Flare bundle displays. Yep. Bunch of Silver Tempest, bunch of Destined Rivals, and a good amount of Paleovolved. 1 Astral. Very nice. 7 Temporal. Clearly you like Temporal, which, fair enough. Paradox, Surging, Journey. A lot of Scarlet and Violet. Probably got these at decent prices. Terapagos. Personally, I would sell these. I just don't like the pack selections. I think the promos are trash. And I think there are better UPCs out there. That's just me, though. Bunch of Paladin Fates boxes. Are these $150? These are $150? Oh, that makes me sick. I had so many chances to buy these. It's so funny. That's crazy. I mean, Paladin Fates is going to be a good hold over the next year or two. But at some point, I would consider selling off some of these. You have quite a bit, and they probably take up a good amount of space. Regular ETBs. Honestly, if you bought these at MSRP, probably a good time to sell a couple of these. But maybe I'm wrong. But I know we're going to get more ETBs for Destined Rivals in the future. And 133, that feels high. Feels real high to me. Especially if it's not a case. Arceus, these have Cosmic in them. I see we hit Pokemon Center drops. Very nice. And I know you're in the EU. Oh, yeah. Also, you're in the EU. So I forgot it's a little bit different over there. That's right. So that's probably why you have so much Temporal. Surging Half, Paradox Rift, bunch of 151, Silver Tempest. If you're like me, probably got these at Black Friday last year for $17 each from Target. Or I guess you didn't because you're EU. Okay, I forgot that you're EU, so it kind of changes how I feel about some things, but I think you're doing well, man. I'd probably sell off these battle decks, maybe these Shrouded, just like a lot of answer, like these. I would definitely sell this. 11 Victini boxes. I think these Victini boxes will age pretty well, but 11 of them, if you got them at $20 each, I would consider maybe having a 0-cost basis on them. That would feel good. We got some bundles like Surging ETBs, like stuff like this. I'm more interested in getting rid of. White Flare ETBs, Shrouded ETBs. I'm definitely selling these. Temporal, selling it. Just a lot of things like that. I'm just selling. I'm thinking about space. I'm thinking about potential. That's what comes to mind for me. But honestly, I think it's a great collection. You have great taste in cards, interesting packs and blisters, and cool sealed. So those are my thoughts as to your portfolio. Thank you for sharing, man. Very cool stuff. Yeah. If you want to submit your portfolio, I'll be doing more of these in the future. I'll also be making videos, diving into more of them. Again, not sure if it's going to be a monthly thing, probably a monthly video or a bi-weekly video. I don't want to overdo it, but I'll be doing it probably a couple every stream just because it's kind of fun. And I think you guys get value from it as well. So, okay, shall we do the giveaway and wrap it up here? Let's get it, yeah? Again, shout out to Ready Mark Cards. They are sponsoring this. Definitely check out their Buyers Club. You get your first month for $1. You get 10% off their entire store. I just bought a Brilliant box for $4.75 and it was mint. So great deals on some boxes here. A lot of them have been bought up by people in my Discord who joined already. Not to mention, again, 24-hour early access. This refreshes every day. There's a ton of cards. You get great scans of the cards themselves. I know we mostly focus on sealed here, but this is a local shop out of Nashville. They have a brick and mortar store. Go in person if you're in the area. But just a lot of great value here. Again, Battle Styles at 200 shipped is crazy. That's a great price. Yeah, so definitely check them out. Give them some support. Buy some cards. Buy some sealed. And thank you again for sponsoring this giveaway. Let's do it. All right. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to remove my screen. I'm going to do a random number generator. 1 through 100. It would be a lot easier if you join the Discord, but you can also, if you win, you can also email me, which you can find on my homepage. We'll work out the details, but I'm going to do random number generator, and we're going to type it in the chat when I say start. So I have my number. Okay. The number has been chosen. We're going to do this for, I don't know, 2 minutes. I'll start a timer for 2 minutes. Whoever gets the number first wins. Go, 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 go. 1 through 100. Let's see. And like the stream while you're at it. I don't see the number yet. Oh, God, there's a lot of comments. Oh, I think we have a winner. We have a winner. We have a winner. That's it. That's it. Let me confirm. Holy cow. The number was 49. Okay. We got a winner. We got a winner. The number was 49. Congrats to Ryan Kerr. Congrats, man. 49. And for proof, here's the number generator. There you go. 49 was the number. Dude, congrats, man. You have won a Mega Evolution booster bundle. Please reach out to me on Discord, or you can email me at my email on my homepage. I think it's PokecheckYouTube@gmail.com. Just include proof. Another AI generated giveaway winner. Yeah, this is my alt. Just email proof that like you are actually this person on your account. Like take a screenshot of a comment. We'll work it out. I will if you want, I'll either ship it to you or I can just PayPal you the value. Totally up to you. No big deal. If you're not in the US, I'm almost certainly going to PayPal you. I'll tell you that. So just putting that out there. Ready Mark Cards, thank you so much again for sponsoring this for this stream. We have another giveaway in the future. We're going to be doing a Mega Evolutions 3-pack blister on the next stream. So pretty excited for that. Congrats, man. Are you in the chat? Probably. Ryan Kerr. Are you in the Discord? I'm not sure. Probably not, huh? That's okay. Email me. Yo, appreciate. Hey, let's go, dude. Congrats. Yo, Ryan, go to my homepage on YouTube, find my email, shoot me an email. We'll work this out, buddy. All right. Or you can join the Discord and we'll do it that way. Links down below. Thank you again, Ready Mark Cards. $1 on your first month for 10% off a store on everything. That's every item. Guys, check it out. Go support them. Buy some cards. Great prices. Buy some sealed. If you can, we already bought a lot of it, but there's still a bunch left. Actually, let's take a look. Let's look at all their sealed, yeah? Battle Styles, obviously. Great price. Congrats on the bundle. Oh, wait, that's Phantasmal. I'm an idiot. Yeah, honestly, pretty competitive prices. $216 for a mega box, not terrible at all, man. Not too shabby. 44 surprise box. People are buying those on Walmart. You just shit on your collection. Facts. Facts. Bunch of other stuff. Moltres UPC 180 is like literally cheaper than, these are like all cheaper than market. We got some Priz. There was a PCTB 126. There was a bunch of Paladin Fates collection boxes. I think those sold out. Prismatic 108. Again, 108 shipped. It's pretty good, man. If they have a case, I would consider buying it. Also, if you click on it, it'll tell you the quantities. What, how much? They have 9. Okay, they don't have a case. If they had a case, I would message them. For sure. Go support. Absolutely. Unova box is 72. Okay, so the Paladin Fates box is sold real quick. Anyways, thank you again, Rainmark Cards, for the giveaway. We'll wrap it up there, folks. Ryan, shoot me an email, brother. Congrats, man. And I just got to say, I really appreciate everything, guys. This has been a really fun stream. I would like to do more like these. Maybe have some guests on. Maybe we'll bring guests on and do portfolio reviews together. Maybe even Pokey Profit or somebody or whoever. Just random call-ins. We'll throw it out. So, okay, this week is Christmas. Isn't that crazy? We're going to have our Monday market update tomorrow. I'm going to film a tier list video. I will probably release it on Thursday. I'm going to film it a couple days ahead in time. We're going to do a tier list video, probably booster boxes for investment to round out the year. It's going to be a blast. And then, because I'll be out of town for a few days. And then probably one less video this week. We'll see. And then one more video this weekend. And then a stream on Sunday. And then we'll be back to our normal programming. Another giveaway next week. Thank you again, Ready Mark Cards, for sponsoring this stream. Congrats, Ryan. Thank you to everybody who submitted your portfolios. Feel free to join the Discord and throw it in the portfolio review submissions chat. And I'll probably put you in a video soon. So 2026 predictions will be a video soon, I promise. Will definitely be a video soon. Anyways, guys, thank you very much for watching. Really appreciate it. And I will see you very soon in the next one. Goodbye. Peace.